In the quiet town of Ravenwood, Oregon, there was a street that locals avoided after sunset, Ashford Street. At the very end of that street stood an old gray house surrounded by tall, dead trees. The windows were dusty, the paint was peeling, and the wooden porch creaked whenever the wind blew. People in Ravenwood believed something strange about that house. Anyone who stayed there overnight never stayed the same again. But for Daniel Carter, the house looked like the perfect opportunity. Daniel was a 27-year-old videographer who ran a small YouTube channel where he explored abandoned places. Old hospitals, empty schools, forgotten houses. Those were his favorite videos to make. So when he saw the house on Ashford Street listed for a cheap price, he bought it. To Daniel, it was just another creepy location. But he was wrong. Very wrong. The first night Daniel moved into the house, something felt strange. The town was quiet. Too quiet. No cars passed by, no dogs barked. Even the wind outside felt still. Daniel placed his camera equipment in the living room and started recording. "This place is perfect," he said to the camera. But then, he noticed something. In the middle of the room sat a small wooden table, and on that table was an old video camera. Daniel frowned. "That's weird." The camera looked dusty, but not broken. Curious, he picked it up and pressed play. The screen flickered. A video started playing. At first, it showed the same living room Daniel was standing in, but then something strange happened. The video showed Daniel walking through the front door, exactly the same way he had entered the house earlier. Same clothes, same backpack, same movements. Daniel froze. That's impossible. He had never recorded that moment, yet the camera clearly showed it. The video continued. Now it showed Daniel walking toward the kitchen. Daniel slowly turned his head toward the kitchen doorway, because the truth was, he hadn't gone to the kitchen yet. His heartbeat started getting faster. On the screen, future Daniel opened the fridge. Then suddenly, he froze. The camera zoomed slowly toward the dark hallway behind him, and then the video ended. Daniel slowly lowered the camera. Okay, someone is messing with me. Trying to prove the video wrong, Daniel walked toward the kitchen. Each step felt heavier. When he reached the fridge, he hesitated. Then he opened it. Inside the fridge was another camera. Daniel stared at it. His hand started shaking. He pressed play again. A new recording began. This time, the video showed Daniel standing in the kitchen, exactly like he was now. But something else appeared. A tall shadow standing in the hallway. Daniel slowly turned his head. The hallway was empty, but when he looked back at the screen, the shadow had moved closer. Now it stood only a few steps behind him. Daniel's breathing became heavy. He turned around again. Nothing. Just silence. Then suddenly, bang! A loud noise came from upstairs. Daniel jumped. The camera screen flickered again. Now the video showed Daniel walking up the stairs, but the shadow followed him, step by step, getting closer. Daniel stepped away from the staircase. "Nope, I'm not going up there." Suddenly the video changed again. Future Daniel stopped halfway up the stairs. He slowly turned toward the camera. His face looked pale, terrified. Then he whispered something. Daniel raised the volume. Future Daniel whispered, "It learns from the recordings." And suddenly, the shadow rushed forward. The screen went black. Daniel dropped the camera. The house became silent. Then he heard something behind him. A soft click. Daniel turned slowly. Another camera was recording him. And on its screen, Daniel could see the shadow, standing right behind him, closer than ever. And the shadow spoke. But the voice was Daniel's own voice. "Now it knows you."